What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It is Will with Exposing the IWC, and we're back after like a little bit of a hiatus. I want to say like a 5-day hiatus. When was the last time I streamed? Monday maybe. When did I do that stream about the the best women in WWE in a ring? Probably like Monday or something like that. But it's been a minute, so I haven't really streamed since Raw, NXT. But we got a really good SmackDown this yesterday. Jacob I2 was there, even though they tried to tell us he wasn't there. He was absolutely there. And Paul Heyman went through a table. It just speaks to the genius of WWE in terms of long-term storytelling and what they brought to the table with that with Paul Heyman. I mean, they've been building to this since what, WrestleMania? And it's been pretty good. So in this stream, what I'm going to do, I'm going to talk about what happened on SmackDown, mostly about what happened with the Bloodline stuff. We'll talk about whatever else you want to talk about on SmackDown. We'll talk about that, and then I'll kind of just open up the floor. And you guys can ask me what you want to ask me about, whether it be SmackDown, Raw, NXT, TNA, kind of AW Forbidden Door, kind of, and Marigold. Sure, what's up? You can ask me about that as well, which I am actually caught up on. What's up, David? I have caught up on Marigold. Now, if you don't know what Marigold is, then it's nothing wrong with not knowing that. It's the promotion that Rossi Ogawa started up as he left Stardom. It's the current promotion that Julia is signed to, and it started in May, so it's a brand new promotion. So if you wanted to get into Joshi Wrestling, you can get into it now and catch up with it. It took me like 2 weeks, and I watched it every once in a while. Like, I wasn't really dedicated to watching it, but I caught up on it. So I can now talk knowledgeably about Marigold too. It's crazy. It's kind of fun to like follow a promotion from the very beginning, and so I know all about the characters and the wrestlers and the talent and the storylines and all that stuff. It's interesting. I could talk an entire video on that, just learning about Marigold and the Rossi Ogawa's booking habits and all that crap. But that's for another stream. Or if you want to ask me about it, I'll talk about that as well. But for this stream, we're gonna focus on what happened last night, since it's the most pertinent topic of discussion. What happened last night? Oh yeah, that's right. The Bloodline finally got interesting again. Now, there's been a lot of discourse around the Bloodline and what's good and what's not. We have been wondering if this thing will kick into high gear after Roman Reigns took his break. We're wondering when the hell he's going to come back. Are we just getting cruise control until he shows up, or is it actually something worth talking about here? Because if I'm being honest, the Bloodline stuff was not the most compelling stuff on TV. It was kind of dry. And it felt like they were just waiting. They're waiting and buying their time. And it turns out we now know what that was. Apparently, Jacob Fatu, well, not apparently, Jacob Fatu has been under contract for a long time now, since WrestleMania. But he has not been on TV. The rumor was, they're worried about him overshadowing Solo Sikoa, yada, yada, yada. That wasn't the case. From what I understand, Jacob Fatu has a criminal history. He had issues with the law. In certain countries, you cannot travel. I don't know, he can't travel, but there were issues with him traveling to and performing in these countries, okay? So they waited until now because you don't have to worry about traveling to Scotland or Saudi Arabia or whatever with that criminal record. He can travel apparently, or maybe perhaps it took them a while to actually sort it out, but he's going to be traveling to Canada, I would assume. And SummerSlam is in America, so he had no issues there internationally. So maybe, hopefully going forward, Jacob Fatu is going to be able to travel internationally. We don't know, but for now, we can assume that there's no issues with Canada or United States for whatever that's worth. So this is the perfect time to bring him back. Well, not bring him back, but bring him into the fold. So they're waiting for Clash of the Castle to be over. And you notice what's happened since Clash of the Castle. We've gotten a SmackDown where Jacob Fatu shows up. Big show to close big segment to close the show, right? The next week we get this. And what happens? Paul Heyman gets put through a freaking table. So it's no coincidence that they're kicking things into high gear now after Clash of Castle. This is the time. So we're now on the road towards Roman Reigns returning. So all of this build up with Paul Heyman, this long storytelling they've done since WrestleMania ended. Paul Heyman has been wanting to reach out to Roman Reigns. Solo Sikoa has been the bridge to Roman Reigns. He's been saying that he's been in contact with Roman. He said that Roman's like not coming back. We said that later on. First he said he's in contact with Roman Reigns. Then he said Roman Reigns is not coming back. So this whole time, Paul Heyman, poor Paul Heyman, he's depressed. He's feeling like, you know, he's missing his guy, his man in Roman Reigns. He loves Roman Reigns with all his heart. He's been dealing with this guy, Solo Sikoa. And I'll admit, poor Paul, yes, poor Paul. Now, I'll admit, I was not the most. I wasn't enjoying it so much. Paul Heyman was good. Paul Heyman's part of the storyline was good. But I was not enjoying this journey with the Tonga and Tongaloa. I wasn't enjoying it. It felt like they were postponing it. It felt like they were dragging things out. And sure enough, they were. They were waiting for Clash of Castle. We're here now, cool. But for all the folks who were wondering, like, what's going on here? This is kind of boring. We now know there was a reason they were waiting, stalling until Clash of Castle to then kick things into high gear. Now, Paul Heyman here has been doing a great job selling the story of wanting Roman Reigns back, feeling depressed and almost abandoned, like going through almost abandonment issues when it comes to Roman Reigns. Effective, good, but that was the only thing really cooking here. They really pushed things into high gear when it comes to the storyline, when they brought in Jacob Fatu, and now with this ultimate payoff. We knew this was coming. This ultimately was coming. This whole confrontation, this whole back and forth between Solo and Paul Heyman had to come somewhere. It had to go somewhere. And we saw last week when Paul Heyman basically told CM Punk, "Take me with you." Like, he basically admitted to the world, like, I don't want to be around these guys. I'm scared. I want Roman Reigns. This is coming. It had to happen in some form or fashion. And we saw it, how it went down in a shocking segment where he attacks the old man, Paul Heyman, and puts this man, I mean, look at this visual, like puts him through the damn table, Shield style. So now, Paul Heyman gets this huge babyface reaction, which is crazy. And now Roman Reigns, when he returns, he's going to get a mega, like no other reaction. Can you imagine when that man's music hits and symphony comes in? That crowd, which will probably be SummerSlam, that crowd is going to erupt like they've never erupted for Roman Reigns in their life. Crazy. Imagine the brilliance of this storyline where they had Roman Reigns. People were begging to get the hell out of here. They wanted him to not be champion anymore. They didn't want him to go away. They were mad when he's not there. They want him there, but they didn't want him to be champion. And he was very much the heel champion that people did not want to be champion anymore. Go from that to this overwhelming, popular, please come back, please save Paul Heyman, please take out Solo Sikoa babyface. It just speaks to the creativity here and the creative that they can pull this off. Roman Reigns will be the biggest babyface in the damn company when he returns. It's going to be crazy. His reaction will be on CM Punk levels. I think so. When that music hits, it's all about payoff and build up. Listen to the damn, go back and watch the damn segment here. When Paul Heyman said, "You're not my tribal chief," that reaction, that crowd pop here was insane because they've been building and building and building. And the payoff was worth it. So they've been, how many times have we heard, "We want Roman," over and over and over? It's going to get worse and worse and worse. We want Roman until it happens. It will erupt. It will be CM Punk levels of babyface reaction. And that's crazy. And it speaks to the storytelling because a lot of people didn't believe it. Like, oh, Roman Reigns, he'll come back a babyface, sure, whatever. But how good could it possibly be? I mean, look at what we've done before. There's great storytelling with the Bloodline. How better can it get? Now you have the returning hero Roman Reigns coming. He'll team up with Jay and Jimmy, maybe Sammy, maybe the other guy who they signed, Talalonga, however you want to say his name. Maybe he comes back as a babyface. You get a massive babyface reaction for Roman Reigns. It's crazy. It really is. Now, Paul Heyman and Roman Reigns are babyfaces. Imagine, yep. I'm assuming they're gonna have Paul return with Roman. That could work. Bigger reaction to CM Punk. I think yes. They shouldn't change anything about his character. I agree. That's important in IY. They should not change his character drastically. It should be the same Roman Reigns, but now in the being presented as a babyface from the fans' perspective. You don't have to change anything. He comes in. He still says acknowledge me. He still has the same cocky attitude, but now it's directed towards Solo Sikoa. It'll take care of itself. The babyface reaction will take care of itself. You don't have to do anything. He doesn't come down and cut a weird promo or babyface promo. Cut the same style of promos, this time directed towards Solo. That'll take care of itself. You don't have to change anything. Have it be the same Roman Reigns character. I think it's important to be the same character. Don't change it too much. Don't come down and start talking about suckering succotash or any weird promos, okay? Don't be like high-fiving the fans. The same Roman Reigns character, but this time he is directing his anger and his issues towards the bloodline, his own bloodline. That's all you gotta do. And now he doesn't cheat. That's it. Don't cheat. Don't do any scummy stuff, but have the same attitude, the same demeanor, and it'll be over as hell. You don't have to make him any type of like white meat babyface, nothing like that. There's Roman Reigns and there's Cody Rhodes. Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes should still have issues. They should still have beef. But now he's directing his anger and his vitriol and his words and his promos are towards Solo, the Tongaloas, and Jacob Fatu. That's all you have to do. And there should still be tension and beef with him and Cody Rhodes. Do not change the character. It's important. What I want is Roman Reigns and Rhea returning the same night. SummerSlam could happen. A massive SummerSlam. I can see that. Or they might want to split it out. It depends. It depends on what they're doing with Damian Priest and Liv Morgan at that time. But it can have both ways. But yeah, that's the safe bet. Both come at SummerSlam. The only thing about Cody Rhodes versus Solo at SummerSlam is Roman returning. The only good thing. Yeah. Right. If it's not Jacob Fatu, then yes, I agree. If it's Jacob against Cody Rhodes, I'm great with that. If it's Solo against Cody Rhodes, then yes, Roman Reigns needs to return. There, I agree. So yeah, this is just a testament of long-term storytelling that pays off. It's important. A couple weeks ago, you'd be saying, "Oh, this bloodline stuff is dragging. What's going on here?" They built for this payoff here, and it works out. So, going forward, what's next? Because now we're just building towards Roman Reigns now. Now you have Paul Heyman out of here. What? Jimmy Uso returns, maybe. Because right now you have 4 dudes. You have 4 guys against our baby faces that got sent out tonight. They came out there and attacked. Right? They did. They came out and attacked. Look at Randy's face over here. Oh man, all their faces. They came out and attacked and got sent home or got sent away from the building, which is interesting. You saw the baby faces at the beginning, and that was it for them. The rest of the show, there's 3 of them. They need Jimmy. Then you bring in Jay eventually. You probably bring Roman first, and Jay comes later. That'll probably work the best storytelling wise. Bring Roman and Jimmy first. Then Jey Uso, who were having problems with Jimmy, had problems with Roman Reigns. He comes last to join the crew, and he's apprehensive to joining back with the Bloodline storyline. But that's how you bring him back in. And then maybe even pull a Sammy. That'd be crazy. They're both on Raw, so I don't know how you book that, but you can do what you want. But that's how you do it. Jey Uso comes last. So Jey returns. then Roman, then you get Jay later on. Then what? Randy Orton turns. I don't know if you're gonna do. There's a lot of ways this can go. There's a lot of ways this can go. A lot. You saw in the ring, and Cody cutting that promo. By the way, this pop is crazy. Lovely shot here from Kevin Owens. Looks great. You saw in that promo, Cody was cutting. Straight up said that, hey, I should be defending this title against a worthy opponent. And then Randy Orton looked like, should be me. If you catch it. It didn't focus on Randy Orton, but in the background, you can see Randy Orton react to that statement. So Randy thinks he should be contending for the title against Cody. That match is coming eventually. Yeah, gave him that look. Like, he gave him like that meme look when he touches his back of his head, like that thing. That's what he did. He wants a shot at the title. So that match is coming. So after Roman Reigns returns, because at some point you got to split away these two a little bit, right? You have Randy, Cody, Kevin Owens. Then you got the Bloodline returning with, by that I mean Roman Reigns and Jimmy potentially. Eventually you got to do something with Cody Rhodes. If you wanted to be Roman Reigns against Solo, can't be Cody by his side. That's when you do the Cody Rhodes Randy Orton feud, and you get them away from the Bloodline storyline that way. So we have, that's right there in the pocket for them, like, the entire time. It's very similar, David, to potentially the Bayley Naomi storyline. Similar. I think sometime before the Rumble, or maybe after Royal Rumble, who knows? We'll get that Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes match. If you want to take them away from the Bloodline storyline, which is important eventually to do that, right? But yeah, SmackDown, we're back. The Bloodline is good again. And it all comes down to Long Storm. Why keep saying Storm? Is there something with Storm that's in my head right now? No, it shouldn't be. Long-term storytelling with like this long-term storytelling and payoff that works. That's all you need to do. Okay, that's all you have to do. Tell a story that is long-term with actual build and actual payoff, and get great reactions. Similar to when like sometimes it can feel like it's a little long. Like remember when Dominic Mysterio was feuding with Rey Mysterio? Folks are wondering, when the hell is man going to hit Dominic? It's going to happen. We know it's going to happen. When is he going to hit Dom? And eventually he hits Dom. You got that huge reaction after Dom yelled at his mom. That's what you got to do. Now, sometimes I agree. It could be a little long. This time wasn't that long. What? Mania was April. This is late June. Not that long to build toward the Paul Heyman attack. It's not that long. It really wasn't. It just wasn't that compelling. It wasn't that interesting what they were doing. But it worked out fine. Like, I get what they're doing. It makes sense. I'm not complaining. But yeah, that was the Bloodline angle on SmackDown. Interesting stuff, compelling stuff, works out well. I'm not complaining. I don't think there's anything else they could have done that would have been better. Now, some people thought that Jimmy Uso was going to return. Now that I saw what happened here, I'm glad he didn't, right? One of the big shock of the Paul Heyman turn. Now that's done. Now Jimmy can come into play now that that's out of the way. So they wanted to have the big shocking moment for Paul Heyman to its own. And now you go forward with Jimmy Uso coming back, which I think is the next step of the story. I think Jimmy comes back first, or maybe he comes back with Roman, but he maybe comes back first. You have Jimmy, Randy, Cody, KO, and then Roman Reigns returns, and then you maybe brings in Talalonga, whatever, and then maybe you split off Cody with Randy Orton to do that feud, and then Jacob's back in here. I think eventually it'll be cool to get the original four. By original four, I mean it'd be a great full circle story to do Roman, Jay, Jimmy, and Sami Zayn. If that happens, I don't know, but like, will that happen? I don't know, but that visual of the babyface version of Sammy, Jimmy, Jay, and Roman Reigns coming back together to defeat this version of the Bloodline would be crazy. That is like the ultimate like full circle moment, full circle payoff to have Roman, Jay and Jimmy and Sami Zayn all together. That'd be crazy. Can it be done? Yes. Will it be clunky? Maybe. It's a very tight rope to walk to do that. You probably need Jay recruiting Sami Zayn. It'd be interesting. Great storytelling. If you can pull it off, great storytelling. But it will be a hell of an act to pull that off and have it feel right. But I would love to see it. Like the Bloodline storyline. I like the Bloodline storyline, but we're at the other storylines for the other superstars. Where are the other ones? On SmackDown? Well, we're talking about SmackDown because there are some on Raw. What are the other storylines for the other superstars on SmackDown? Well, let's take a look at some of these pictures. Maybe we'll jumpstart our memory here. We know that there's a story between Austin Theory and Grayson Waller, right? Grayson Waller is using Austin Theory. Austin Theory is turning babyface, so that has to come to a head. So we have the story of Austin Theory turning babyface. That's one. There seems to be a storyline that's kind of on the back burner that involves Nia Jax and Bayley, of course. It's not a major storyline. It's a match storyline. Like, it's just about a match. Nia Jax won the Queen of the Ring, therefore she gets a match. That's it. There's no real story there. Not a real feud yet between Nia Jax and Bayley. So that's kind of like, I agree with you there. It's not really a story. You have the budding relationship here between Nia Jax and Tiffany Stratton. This relationship is building. Where's it going? I don't know. Some people say Tiffany's going to win Money in the Bank. I don't agree with that, but it's possible, I guess, because Triple H is unpredictable. But it'll be unprecedented. It'd be unprecedented for him to do that because it's not really in his line of booking to book Tiffany Stratton to win the Money in the Bank. That'd be weird for him. Again, he's very unpredictable, but that'd be weird for him. But they're coming together, so they're becoming a group or a partnership there. Will that lead to a tag team match? I don't know. Or a tag team run? We don't know yet, but that's another story. What else we got? There's a storyline between Logan Paul and LA Knight. There's a feud there. They hate each other. I'm guessing that leads to SummerSlam. Logan Paul will not win Money in the Bank. LA Knight will probably come down there and get involved. This match is headed towards SummerSlam. So that's another storyline. How compelling is it? It's entertaining. What else you got here on SmackDown? What else am I missing? I agree it's early for Tiffany Stratton. What else we got? There's like storylines that are brewing on SmackDown that might be brewing. This might be. So it doesn't really count because we don't know. But yeah, I think that's kind of it. Refresh my memory. Am I missing something for SmackDown beyond that? Yeah, I think that's it. Those are it. So the Bloodline is very caring. The Bloodline storyline is carrying for sure. SmackDown. Bayley should have something, but she doesn't. Maybe they're waiting for after SummerSlam to tell that storyline with Bayley, with someone, whether it be Naomi, whether it be Nia Jax, whatever. We don't know. We have once again, it's kind of like projecting. Like we're projecting that Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes will have a storyline, but we don't know yet. So you're kind of right. It's Bloodline heavy. Nothing else is that compelling yet, but we'll see. At first, I was like, Sami Zayn shouldn't be in it, but he always said he had their backs. Yeah. It could be good. Anything can be good. It's all in the execution. Let's talk about... So that's what I want to talk about with Bloodline. I'll leave it up to you guys now. I'm down for anything. Yeah, Bayley's lacking in storyline, and she's like the best division. She's in the best division. Bianca's streak on being on every PLE is over. I'm sad. Yep. Once she lost those tag titles, it was over. Bianca and Jade is still a thing. It's still going. Bianca, I think that tag team going for like a while now. I'm not gonna fight it anymore. I'm not gonna deny it. It's going post SummerSlam. You're gonna have another tag team match against Indy Hartwell. So I was mad on Twitter last night about the whole booking of Bianca and Jade against Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae. Why? Well, we just saw that damn match. We saw that match early June. They're wasting time. So with a lot of storylines, similar to Bayley, Triple H, he has his storylines that he's focused on. Like the Bloodline, focused. To Liv Morgan, focused. If not in the storylines that are like at the forefront, you're on the back burner. You're kind of getting like the waste time stuff. Like Bianca and Jade, they're wasting time. They just had a match against Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae on a pre-show, right? They won. They had a match against them early this month. They won. They have another match against them. Why? They're gonna win again, but why? There's no. It's time wasting. That's all it is. It's time wasting. There's a plan in place eventually for Bianca and Jade, right? There's a plan eventually, but until then, they have to time waste because there are other more storylines that have more priority. That's time waste. We can only hope that eventually they'll be in good storylines, but until then, they have to time waste. And it sucks. Should Bianca go to Raw? Well, you're asking the wrong person because I was the one who said she should be drafted to Raw the entire time. But it's neither here or there. I wanted her drafted to Raw originally because I thought Rhea Ripley would be on Raw, but she was on Raw. Rhea went and got injured anyway, right? So my original plan was Bianca and Rhea on Raw, start that storyline. Jade to be on SmackDown, get them separated. He had other plans. He wanted Jade to be on the same show as Bianca for the sake of the tag team to waste time. That's what I think this really is about. It's something to get. We need to give Jade Cargill something to do. Bianca's here. Let's have them both on SmackDown. Bianca can kind of like bring her along. It'd be a great visual. The fans will love it. The fans ate it up. Let's be honest. The fans ate it up. They loved the visual of Bianca and Jade together. So I guess he was right. The fans loved it, right? So we have them together. Something for Bianca to do because you don't want Bianca in the singles division right now because she's the top babyface. Which means Bianca will ultimately have to face Bayley right away. So to avoid that, put her in a tag team match, a tag team with Jade. They'll waste time. Honestly, unfortunately for the Unholy Union, it's very possible that they win those tag team titles back at SummerSlam. It's very possible that at SummerSlam, it's over for Isla Dawn and Alba Fire, which is unfortunate. I like those two. I like that tag team. But this is the first time the tag team titles are not being defended at a PLE. And it's no shock that Bianca and Jade are no longer holding those damn titles. So what does that say? It says that Bianca and Jade are stars and Alba Fire and Isla Dawn are not. So yeah, we have to accept the fact that it's a safe bet that those tag titles will not be on the line again until Bianca and Jade are contending for it, right? So let's say Bianca and Jade, listen, let's say, they're going to beat Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae, right? And maybe they want to get those tag team titles again. We want a rematch. So then SummerSlam, you do Alba Fire and Isla Dawn against Bianca and Jade. And they could easily win it back. Now the conversation will be then, why did you bother taking them off? Well, the cynical route will say, well, they wanted to have the Scottish folk get a win. They didn't want them to go 0-3. So decided, you know what? We'll have Bianca and Jade drop the titles here and then win it back a couple months later. I don't want to say that's the reason. I don't want to say that's what they did, but it's probably what they did. Like, we're probably going to get Bianca and Jade with those tag titles again very soon. So, yeah. I thought it was going to be a picture of Bianca and Jade in here, but apparently, oh wait, that was earlier in the day, right? Yeah, it was early in the show. So that's funny. Yeah, that's the only one. This is the only photo that had them both in the same shot. Look how mad Bianca is. Let's see. They need to stop wasting time with Bianca. We don't know how many years she has left. Yeah. Unfortunately, this is the year to wait. They're going to waste time for sure. I don't think they'll waste time going forward, but this is the year they decided to do that. I think next year they'll probably build towards Bianca and we can only hope they build towards Bianca and Rhea next year, but we don't know. Yeah, she does have plans to have a baby eventually. Triple H can't book baby faces to save his life. That I agree. Baby faces are not booked well on the Triple H that much. Cody's decent. Like he's putting all his attention on Cody, so that's fine. But Bayley, rough, right? Bianca's title reign near the end, rough. You know, babyface champions, especially for women, is rough. Liv Morgan, great work. Rhea Ripley, great work. He's good with the heel champions, but babyface champions, not so much. It's like a big thing with the WWE and a lot of promotions in general. The baby faces are just, it's harder to make compelling storytelling with babyface champions for whatever reason. It shouldn't be like that, but for whatever reason, it's just easier for them to have creativity with the heels because heels can have more fun. They're more flexible. They're not beholden to certain rules that baby faces have to abide by. You know, Rhea is the only storyline for Bianca and Charlotte. But Triple H is being slow with these. Jade is so early to have that match. Yeah, Bianca and Jade is not happening, folks. I've said time and time again that Bianca and Jade, like, what about Triple H's booking? What about that man's booking makes you think that he's going to pull the trigger on Bianca and Jade anytime soon? I don't want to see it. Bianca and Jade will be, he's going to waste time with that as well. Like, we haven't even got Bianca and Rhea yet. We're going to get Bianca and Jade. Jade and Bianca. Bianca is Jade's A storyline, her A match. That you can't go anywhere from that. That's the match everybody wants to see. That's the match for Jade is Bianca, which means Triple H is not going to pull the trigger anytime soon. That's not happening. So pump your brakes if you think that's going to happen, because it ain't. The evidence shows us that it's not going to happen. Isn't Bayley's storyline that she has never been beaten Bianca clean and Bianca does not respect her? They have a storyline. She has a storyline with Bianca. It's on the back burner because Bianca is in the tag team division. So until Bianca is not in a tag team division, that storyline doesn't matter. But she does have that's Bayley's top storyline right now. Now that Damage Control is on Raw, which is a mistake, in my opinion, it should have built towards the triple threat match at SummerSlam. The OG triple threat match, Io Sky, Dakota Kai, Bayley at SummerSlam. That was the match. That's the match for her storyline. But since they went away from that, they put Damage Control on Raw. Her top storyline is with Bianca. That's the most compelling storyline. They have an issue. They have a beef. Bianca does not trust her or like her because of all her actions. Bayley is turning over a new leaf, or she accepted her that she's done those things. That's storyline. I think ultimately, it will lead to Bianca and Bayley being on the same team in a sense, because that's where the compelling storyline lies. Because we've seen them, Bianca and Bayley have been feuding forever. They've never been on the same side ever. From the moment Bianca walked on the main roster, they've been feuding. They've been adversaries. So the compelling route is to go, what's the storyline that builds Bianca and Bayley together? What's the storyline that brings them close? How does that work? That's the compelling route. Because we saw in the tag team match they had, where Bayley was getting beaten up. She's on the ground. Bianca's on the corner. She's standing there. Bianca doesn't really reach her hand out, and Bayley doesn't want to reach for Bianca. So it's kind of like there's tension there, right? That storyline needs to lead to the day where she actually reaches over Bianca. That's the payoff now. The payoff is the day will come where they're on the same team and she actually jumps to make the tag and Bianca sticks her hand out and makes the tag. That will have a massive. The day Bianca and Bayley are standing side by side, massive pop. Massive pop whenever that happens. Now, the story has to be good, has to be compelling, has to make sense. But the day they are on the same side, the crowd will erupt. That's where they have to go. Right now, they hate each other. The compelling route is to go to like what has to happen for them to not hate each other anymore. What's going to bring them on the same team somehow? That's the compelling route they have to go. But yes, Bianca is that's her A storyline. Now that Damage Control is on Raw, that's her A storyline for sure. It's interesting that the Damage Control attacked the Unholy Union on Raw. Yeah, Damage Control is still in the damage. They're still in the Damage Control. They're still in the title picture. I guess you could have Damage Control win those titles and then have Bianca and Jay beat them. I don't know what's happening with Damage Control. That's a whole other thing. Because right now, Io Sky is upset with Dakota Kai and Kairi. Kairi Sane lost her qualifying match. Dakota Kai has her qualifying match. If she loses that too, Io Sky could get mad again. We don't know what's happening with that, but they did attack the tag team champions, so I'm assuming they're going to be involved with the tag team division. We just don't know how much that will, we don't know what's happening there. We'll have to let things play out on Raw. There's a lot of different ways they can go with the Damage Control thing. Now that I think about it, is Damage Control going to Japan with Io Sky? That'd be kind of cool. If for Summer Destiny, that Marigold show, Io Sky's facing Utami Hayashishita, right? It'd be cool to have Kairi and Dakota Kai travel with Io Sky, all of Damage Control go to the show. That'd be kind of cool to see that visual. Yeah, they might as well go. Why not? Have Kairi and Dakota Kai back up Io Sky at that show. That'd be kind of cool. All of Damage Control going there. That'd be awesome. I didn't think about that till just now. Is Io Sky going to go with Dakota Kai and Kairi? That'd be kind of cool. Let's see. If Bianca and Jade win those tag titles back, they're gonna hold them until Rhea and Liv feud ends. If Bianca and Jade win those tag titles back, they're gonna hold it until Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley's feud ends. That's possible. Unless you want to go the route of, I mean, like, this is fiction, right? You can there's like a million things you could do, like a million different routes you can go, right? Does Nia Jax and Tiffany become the tag team? That's the most compelling storyline for Bianca and Jade. This right here. This is the most interesting, most in-ring. Like, Bianca has to KOD Nia Jax eventually. That moment has to happen. The KOD on Nia Jax, when does that happen? That's the most compelling thing. Nia Jax and Jay have a little beef. Bianca and Tiffany had a little thing going. That's the match. That's the box office attraction there. Nia Jax, Tiffany against Bianca and Jade. That could be the big time feud in the fall here for their tag team titles. That's what I would do. You have Bayley beat Nia Jax by some way. Bianca and Jade now turn their attention to these two, or vice versa. These two turn their attention to the tag team titles. Now you have a compelling feud that people actually want to see. The fans want to see Bianca and Jade against Nia Jax and Tiffany. That makes sense. You have the two powerhouses in Nia Jax and Jade Cargill. Got the two athletic freaks in Tiffany and Bianca. That's a compelling feud. Will they win the titles? Maybe. Who knows? It's a bazillion ways you could go, right? It's all fiction. You can make it up, right? But that's an actual feud I'd be interested in, at least. So yeah, you could. Will they hold it until? Here's another question: the Rhea Liv Morgan feud. When does that end? Some Survivor Series? Probably not. Royal Rumble? Mania? Who knows? It's. I don't know what's happening on Raw. Okay, all I know is it'll be Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley. When does it end? Who the hell knows? God help us. We don't know. But that's the A, B, C, D, E storyline over there. That is it on Raw. Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley. And a Judgment Day altogether. That could go all the way to Mania easily. Because they're interchanging with Judgment Day and Finn and Damian Priest and Carlito and Dominic. That is a storyline that can go all the way to Mania easily. You have multiple different components and factions going on there. That can go all the way. You have Liv Morgan and her new posse, Damage Control against Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley, that goes beyond the Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley feud. That's a whole like family feud. Family feud. Dun, 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 dun. No, not that family feud, but an actual Judgment Day family feud that can go all the way to Mania easily. Easily. Especially if Liv Morgan keeps retaining, because Rhea's not winning her title back immediately. That's not happening. She's not winning it back immediately. Liv Morgan will be champion for a minute, even after Rhea Ripley returns. So the question is, when does she win it back? Does Rhea Ripley have to go win the Chamber? Because I don't see Rhea winning the Rumble to get to Liv Morgan. I can see her winning the Chamber to get to Liv Morgan again. If Liv Morgan keeps retaining by hook or crook, right? Ultimately, she has to get back to that match somehow. She can win the Chamber, and I would not put it past Triple H. I mean, Triple H loves Rhea Ripley, right? He loves her. I can see Liv Morgan being champion past the Rumble, and then Rhea Ripley having to go win the Chamber to get to Liv Morgan again. She's a heel now. Liv Morgan is a heel. She can cheat. She can win by DQ. This can go to Mania easily. Easily go to Mania. Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley. We're not going to see Bianca and Rhea anytime soon, folks. Not happening. Whenever they're on the same brand, we'll see it. But not now. No. After Rhea Ripley beats Liv Morgan, whenever that happens, next year, 2025, when Bianca is drafted to the same show as Rhea Ripley, then we can start talking about that. But I don't see it. Not now. Let's see. Where did I leave off? Interesting to see how Triple H sees Bianca and Jade away from each other. Well, I thought they're going to be drafted away from each other, but silly me. I don't know. You can keep them all on the same brand and have Jade win the Rumble. If Jade wins Rumble, then her focus is now on that. It'll be tough. They may have to be like on the same page for a long time, because I don't think they're going to do a draft thing, or not a draft, or a trade. I don't think that's going to happen. So to avoid the feud, they'll be on the same. They'll like each other, be cool. Then Jada will win the Rumble. Like, all right, Bianca, I won the Rumble. I can't focus on you anymore. I got big plans now at Mania. I'm the Rumble winner. I can't worry about no tag team division. You cool with that? Yeah, we're cool. That'll be it. That could be it right there. Nothing more than that. They don't have to have a falling out. They don't have to. You could, but that doesn't have to happen. The problem with the fallout, there needs to be a feud. You can't have a fallout without a feud, unless it's just like I'm mad at you, you're mad at me, let's just split up. I don't hate you, we're not gonna fight, but it's just over. You can do that. An amicable splitting, that could happen. Rhea Ripley's Mania opponent should be Bianca. Triple fraud gets on my nerves. Yeah, that's not happening, man. It's possible. I just would be shocked. Maybe like a 2% chance Bianca, Rhea Ripley. At this point, I think Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan is the way to go. Not the way to go, but I think that's what's going to happen. I don't necessarily want that, but I think that's going to happen. Like, it's going to be a long-term feud, folks. A long-term feud. Let's see. How is Liv not a proper champion? Everything she does pertains to Rhea Ripley. Without her, why does she even exist? Glorified seat filler? Liv Morgan is a story beat. She's benefiting from being in a storyline with Rhea Ripley big time. She injured her. She wants to, even before the injury, she wanted to have everything that Rhea Ripley has. So it just makes sense to continue that storyline with her. And she's doing a damn good job. Liv Morgan is doing the work of her career. Great heel. She loves it. Here's the thing. I've been saying this for years, that Liv Morgan should be a heel. She fits it well. That wide smile she has. She's a heel. She's killing the role. She should have been a heel the entire freaking time. Honestly. I was right. Liv stands were wrong. Get used to it. All right. But I was right about that. She's a heel. Liv Morgan. I said time and time again, don't make me look it up. Don't make me search it. I have the receipts. I said her career would take off as a heel. And sure enough, it has. Question, does Nia and Liv Morgan beat Bianca and Jade for those tag titles? probably, if you want to get the tag titles off Bianca and Jade, if you want to put it on Tiffany, so Tiffany can have a title run here, then I think that's a fair shake. I'd say yeah. 50-50. What better option do you have? That's a good option. Tiffany and Nia Jax winning those tag titles for sure. I can see that. Who else? Why not? Why not? What we got? Charlotte's returning. Sure. Yep. Asuka's now at the post knee injury, and I get the feeling that Asuka's return is going to be loud and crazy. Yep. I'm looking forward to her returning. She's been out. She's going to be out for a while, I think. Asuka's one of the greats of all time. First ballot Hall of Famer. She will headline her own Hall of Fame for sure. Not right now because talking about the Nia Jax thing. Charlotte Flair is on the horizon. That could be something that I pitched, that Charlotte Flair might be the reason why Bianca and Jade have issues. Because like I said before, Bianca and Jade are a tag team. Last time we saw Charlotte Flair, she was a babyface and she was tagging with who? Bianca Belair. The last time we saw Charlotte Flair, she was tagging with Bianca. So Bianca has this great relationship with Nia Jax. If Bianca has a great relationship with Jade Cargill and Charlotte Flair comes back as a babyface, that can cause some tension if Charlotte Flair and Jade Cargill don't get along. So that could be a storyline where Charlotte Flair comes and drives a wedge between Bianca and Jade. That could happen. It makes sense too, because Bianca and Charlotte Flair were getting along well before her ACL injury. But now that was leading towards the Bianca Charlotte Flair Mania match, I believe. But still, in kayfabe, they were getting along, so we didn't see the fraction of that partnership or that friendship. They were getting along well, so we didn't see them have any issues before her ACL tear. I'm ready for Charlotte to come back as well. Who's qualified on Monday? Who's qualifying on Monday? Well, you have Sheamus, Drew, and Ilya Dragunov, which is crazy. Here's the question. Do you want Drew McIntyre on the PLE? I say yes. So Drew wins. I think CM Punk is still too injured to show up to screw him. So because CM Punk is too injured now, you want Drew McIntyre to have a presence on that show. You have Drew McIntyre win. You have Drew, LA Knight, Melo, Andrade. Who the hell else? Jey Uso. I'm forgetting someone else, right? The LA Knight, right? Anyway, Drew McIntyre will be on that show. So you want him on that show, so you put him in the Money in the Bank match. I think Drew McIntyre wins. Especially since we just saw LA Knight win. LA Knight can win his match. Why not have Drew McIntyre win? Rhea could feud with Io. Could she? Yes. That's a damn good call, Maya. Let's say she loses to Liv Morgan by hook or crook, right? Liv Morgan cheats. You don't want to go right back into that feud. Io Sky and Damage Control attack Rhea Ripley. Now you have Rhea Ripley, who's a babyface. Now it makes sense. You have Damage Control, the heel group, attack Rhea Ripley. And that could be Rhea Ripley's feud. Rhea Ripley has never beaten Io. She has never beaten Io in any capacity whatsoever. So that is a good, well, not in a singles at least. Maybe in the Royal Rumble technically, but in a singles match, she's never beaten Io, even going back to NXT. So once she loses Liv Morgan, you want to what I would say, waste time. Then you have the Damage Control group attack Rhea Ripley, the babyface. Now you have a program that can go a couple months that can work. Then Rhea Ripley finally beats Io Sky, and then she moves back to Liv Morgan, or she goes into the Rumble or the Chamber. Yeah, that's what you do. Goes after Liv Morgan, she loses. She goes after the Damage Control, not that, but she goes after Judgment Day, she fails. Then Damage Control gets on her ass, she wins that feud, and by the time that wraps up, we're back to Rumble season. Then she loses the Royal Rumble, then she goes into the Chamber, wins the Chamber, and then we get back to Liv Morgan. I called it, that's it, figured it out. That's the storyline, folks. Rhea returns. She fails to capture the title. She loses the Judgment Day battle to Liv Morgan. Damage Control attacks her. That's her next feud. Maybe Lyra goes after Liv Morgan. You want to waste time. Assuming you want to go to Mania. If you want the Liv Morgan Rhea Ripley storyline to go to Mania, you have to waste time at some point. It's a long month. From SummerSlam to Rumble season, it's a few months. Gotta waste time. How you do that? Lyra Valkyria, Liv Morgan feud, Damage Control, Rhea Ripley feud, get back into Rumble season, then Rhea Ripley goes to Mania and faces Liv Morgan. That's what you gotta do. Figured it out, folks. We figured it out. Let's see. Now, so that's the interesting thing. Don't let the Liv Morgan stands hear ya. It's not a WrestleMania worthy match for Liv Morgan against Rhea Ripley is not a WrestleMania worthy match. It's a WrestleMania worthy storyline. That's all that matters. Storyline, folks. Story. Whatever you feel about Liv Morgan in ring, that storyline is A++ when it comes to that character. When it comes to Rhea Ripley and Dominic Mysterio and Judgment Day, the Liv Morgan feud is A+, and that is enough to get to Mania. Then you have to trust that Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan can put out a good match. And I think they can. I think they're capable of it. They're capable. The more I think about it, the more I think we're going to get Liv Morgan against Rhea Ripley at Mania. I think that's going to happen now. That's my guess. Morgan, Rhea, Mania. It's going to happen, folks. Could be wrong. Anything can happen. Long way to go. You haven't gotten Bianca versus Charlotte Flair yet? Nope. Might be 41, folks. They've been trying every damn year. They tried in 39. Didn't happen because Ronda Rousey wanted to take the month of January off. So they made a decision to have Charlotte Flair take the belt off of Ronda. But the original plan was to do Charlotte Flair, Bianca, and 39. At 40, it was going to be Bianca and Charlotte non-title, it looks like. But then she had the ACL tear. So then they called up Tiffany Stratton to replace Charlotte Flair. But then it decided to pivot to the triple threat or the 6-woman tag match. So yeah, we've gotten 2 attempts at Bianca Charlotte. Why not go for 3? 3's a charm. It'll work this time, maybe. So yeah, Bianca Charlotte could very well be the match at 41. Let's hope it happens, because if something else gets in the way of it, it's cursed. The match is cursed. What else we got? A lot of Bianca Charlotte stuff. Rhea Ripley is going to give Liv Morgan her best match in her career? Possibly. Charlotte Flair, Bianca is cursed. Yep, it is. With the Prince, that's what I just said. Yeah, we agree there. I think it's very possible that happens, though. Or they try it again, at least. If Bianca resigns, if Bayley resigns, which definitely would happen, who would book her return? How would you book her return? If Bayley resigns, I think she already resigned, honestly. How would I book her return? Becky returns to try to go after Liv Morgan, or she goes after Damage Control again. If I was Becky Lynch, I would hold out until Raw is on Netflix. I'll return when whatever the first Raw is, like the first Raw of the year, of next year, whenever that is. I would come back then. So I'm on Netflix. You debut her return on Netflix for Raw. What is she doing? Beats me. If you ask me, she should come back a heel. Have her feud with Lyra Valkyria or something. Because I don't think there's going to be much for her to do with Rhea Ripley there. So you have her turn heel or tweener or whatever. Maybe she comes back and she feuds with Liv Morgan. Maybe she feuds with Lyra Valkyria. I don't know. There's stuff you can do. It'd be interesting to see what happens. Maybe she come back on SmackDown. Nah, I don't like that idea. I don't know. I don't know what you do with Becky Lynch. I don't know. Which is why it's good for her to take a break so they can figure it out. They have a long time to figure out what they want to do. Hopefully it's compelling and interesting. You want Charlotte Flair as a heel? I don't think that's going to happen. I think she returns as a babyface. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. But I think she returns how she left, as a face. Your guess is good as mine. Let's see. The reason why Liv fans want this feud to go so long, because they know if this ends probably in November and Rhea Ripley goes to do something else, Liv is going back to the tag division. You're not wrong. Without this storyline, Liv Morgan is probably cooked, which is why I think the storyline is going for a long time. I don't think the storyline is ending anytime soon, folks. This is a Raw. Besides the Uncle Howdy stuff, this is the 8th storyline. It has a lot of bandwidth, and I think it's going for a long time. All the way to Mania, I think. I now think that all the way to Mania. Becky and Rhea Ripley deserve a rematch and a better storyline. Do they deserve a better story? Yes. They had all the pieces and still managed to screw their feud. Yeah, it wasn't the best feud, but it's not surprising because a lot of the focus was on the damage control stuff. So hard to like give everything a lot of attention, unfortunately. My question is, will Rhea Ripley be champion in a Rumble season? Well, based on the stream, I'd say no. I think Rhea Ripley will probably not be champion, and Liv Morgan will be champion, potentially going all the way to Mania. But it's possible, sure. Blame Triple H, he ruins everything. And for Asuka versus Bianca, yeah. Those storylines kind of suck sometimes. The Bianca-Asuka one was god-awful. They didn't even try. Like, all right, Bianca, you're going to get another win at Mania. We don't care about the storyline here. You'll beat Asuka. That's why the crowd was split, because the crowd didn't know what to do. They had like the beloved Asuka against beloved Bianca. Bianca's been champion for a while, so why not root for the underdog at the time, which was Asuka? It was just an awful, awful babyface booking. It was face against face, which is very stupid. Then they turned her heel later on, and then she beat Bianca at in Saudi Arabia. But yeah, the Bianca Asuka feud was god awful. Andrade's on SmackDown? Yes, he is. Yeah, that's true. Andrade's on SmackDown, therefore Charlotte will be on SmackDown as well. They don't split married couples. Raquel, whatever happens with Raquel, I hope she returns as a heel. Heel Raquel is going to be a champion for a long time. I'll tell you that now. Whenever that happens, she's a wild card here. We're ignoring Raquel. She's a wild card. If she comes back healthy and like in good condition with her skin and stuff like that, she's going to be a monster as a heel. That's going to be her. Like, we talk about Liv Morgan being a heel. Raquel's like, her top presentation is a heel presentation. When they make that move, she's going to be a problem. You've seen people say Raquel should be a valet for Liv Morgan, which is ridiculous. We know Triple H booked Raquel as a monster in NXT. Well, here's the thing, NIY. I could see a storyline where Rhea Ripley does have Liv Morgan cornered, then her buddy Raquel returns. Raquel and Liv Morgan are friends. Raquel has history with Rhea Ripley, a lot of history with Rhea. If you want to do the whole Raquel returns as a heel thing, having Raquel be Liv Morgan's muscle in a way could work for the Rhea story. It could work. It could explain why Liv Morgan keeps freaking retaining. It can be done. Like I said, it's all in the execution. Everything is all in the execution. You can make anything sound dumb or stupid when you say it out loud, but you can execute it in a way that makes sense and is cool, then it can work. Shouldn't Raquel go for the title though? Fair point. If she's a heel, well, you said that about a lot of storylines. Like, been a lot of times where the muscle has been like the heavy, and eventually they turn. Like, for example, MJF and freaking Wardlow. They were both heels. Eventually, Wardlow turned on MJF and became a face, right? So if you can do a storyline where the heel Raquel turned on Liv, but then she won't be healed anymore. That's the thing. Well, she can stay heel. It can be done. That's all I'm saying. It can be done. You can have a heel Raquel turn on a heel Liv Morgan, but again, I think the Liv Morgan story is going all the way to Mania anyway. So if Raquel turns on Liv Morgan, it'll be after Mania then, right? And if heel Raquel wins the championship, heel Raquel is holding that belt for a while, I think. Triple threat match, that could work. Raquel, Bianca, and Rhea? Who knows? That'd be crazy. Who knows? Yeah, that could make sense for why Liv Morgan retains if Raquel helps. Then eventually Raquel would go her own way, of course, right? That could work. That could work. Yeah, so a lot of good stuff happening. A lot of interesting stuff that could potentially happen on these shows. We don't know yet, though. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know who's going to win the Money in the Bank yet. For me, somebody on SmackDown. Chelsea Green, Naomi, Tiffany Stratton. I think I had to rank the likelihood. From ranking the likelihood, I say Naomi number one, but a close number one with Chelsea Green. Then Tiffany is last. I don't think anybody on Raw is winning it. SmackDown or bust. I rank it Naomi, Chelsea Green, Tiffany. Now that I think about it though, Chelsea Green is a heel, but she'd be the overwhelming favorite from the crowd. She's getting a babyface reaction, and the crowd loves her. If you want to go to, she's a wild card here because you can go to the comedy route with Chelsea Green, the fun comedy route, and that'll be it. I mean, it doesn't need to be an actual storyline. Just have her be a funny character trying to cash in all the time. That can carry itself, right? You don't need a well thought out storyline for that. If you're doing Naomi eventually turning on Bayley, because here's the thing, let's say we have Nia Jax and Tiffany go up against Bianca and Jade. You have Nia and Tiffany away from the title picture, focusing on the tag division. What the hell is Bayley doing? Feuding with Blair Davenport? Maybe. Feuding with Naomi? Possibly. Feuding with a returning Charlotte Flair? Possible, but I don't love it. Possible, but I don't love it. Maybe you have Naomi win the Money in the Bank, and then she turns heel. That could be interesting. She'll be the overwhelming favorite in Canada for sure. The crowd will absolutely pop. Now, does that help her case or hurt her case that it's in Canada? I don't know. She's going to be the overwhelming favorite. Does he want to play with the crowd? Does he want to? Because last year, LA Knight was the favorite, right? And every time LA Knight climbed that ladder, crowd was popping. Then he gave it to Damian Priest. This year, he may want to have a feel-good storyline for Chelsea Green. She deserves it. Will she actually cash it in and win? I don't know, but she deserves to have some type of highlight for all her great work. So I could absolutely see Chelsea Green winning that thing. Will Blair Davenport come down and screw Naomi? Possible. Yeah, I don't know. I'll be surprised if Tiffany won though. I'll be surprised. I'll only be surprised because they're telling a storyline with her and Nia Jax. Let's say she wins Money in the Bank. What does she then say to Nia? Oh, Nia, great. I won Money in the Bank. I'm going to go cash in on Liv Morgan. There's like an entire month of her like what? Saying what? I'm going to cash in on Liv Morgan and you're going to win the belt from Bayley. And she's going to walk around with her Money in the Bank. Nia Jax she had to be a complete fool to like be happy, or it'd be weird booking to have Nia Jax and Tiffany Stratton walking around together while Tiffany Stratton's holding a damn Money in the Bank briefcase saying, oh yeah, I'm going to cash in on Liv Morgan anytime soon. And you're going to beat Bayley and I'll cash in on Liv. It's going to sound like, Nia Jax, are you sure you're not being played here? Is it going to seem kind of obvious what's happening here? I don't see, like, Tiffany's not cashing in on Liv Morgan ever. Because there's a storyline in place with Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley. So what is she doing here? She's lying? Or is she going to try and fail and say, you know what? I have no choice but to go after... It just makes for a weird dynamic. You just put Nia Jax and Tiffany together. You just put them together. Now you're gonna have this weird dynamic where Tiffany's walking around with the briefcase. It seems weird. Can it happen? Sure, but it seems weird to do that. It made more sense for her to not win the Money in the Bank title. Would just seem weird. That's a possibility. I see Bianca popping huge when that'd be funny. Unless she, there's one thing I fancy booked. I said, what if Bianca and Jade had a split? Naomi and Bailey had a split, and then Naomi and Jade teamed up, and Bianca and Bailey had to team up to face them. Yeah, Bianca and Bailey against Naomi and Jade. It might be kind of wonky, but again, it's all in the execution. It could work. I thought about that. What if they did that? They split up. Naomi turned heel. Jade turned heel. Naomi and Jade got together. Bianca and Bailey had to come together to go against a common enemy. It could work. All this stuff could work. All this fantasy booking we talk about, all of it can work, but it's all in the execution on whether it will, you know? The creative has to be good. That's all. It has to make sense. What else you got, folks? I'm gonna leave it up to you guys. I'm not gonna drive the conversation. What else you got? Right now, I mean, what's interesting right now in the wrestling world? Oh, wait, we can talk about TNA real quick. Wait, time out. I know what I'm talking about. I want to talk about TNA. So, spoiler alert. Well, I'm gonna say spoiler alert, but this person already spoiled it on Twitter anyway. So, if you didn't know, there was an open challenge by Jordynne Grace. All right, Jordynne Grace is having an open challenge again. First time we saw her have a match against Tatum Paxley. Then she had another open challenge last night, and somebody showed up. Unless somebody already tweeted about it, so I don't really feel like this is a spoiler alert. All right, so if you don't want to know who showed up, go away now. But this person already tweeted it, so it's already out there. Izzy Dame showed up. All right, she showed up on TNA to challenge Jordynne Grace in a taping for one of their weekly shows. Okay. Now, some people are disappointed and taken aback and saying that TNA is getting screwed because they got Izzy Dame and not a bigger NXT star. I think that's stupid. Yeah, good for Izzy Dame. I agree. I think that's dumb. Izzy Dame is a talent. She's a bigger girl, so it's a different type of talent for Jordynne Grace. It'll be interesting to see how Jordynne Grace deals with a bigger girl, you know. I think it's an interesting matchup for Jordynne Grace to deal with the taller opponents here. But besides that, people are saying she's not a big enough name and that TNA is getting gypped. They're being screwed out of their, like, the agreement here. Like, you should be sending better talent to TNA. So I disagree with that completely. So here's why. First of all, right now, Jordynne Grace is feuding with Dana Brooke. All right, Dana Brooke is the match happening at Slammiversary. That's the big match at Slammiversary. Ash by Elegance, aka Dana Brooke. Okay, but why the hell during the build to that match would you send a bigger star than freaking Dana Brooke? That'd be dumb build wise. You want to send someone that's not so huge. That way, your big match, your pay-per-view match, the match at Slammiversary actually has some weight to it. Imagine they sent Natty to a taping, and she beats her. She walks out there and she beats her. Then, oh, by the way, guys, go pay for the match at Slammiversary to see her face Dana Brooke. Does that make sense? No. They should be happy they're sending anyone at all. Okay, let's be honest here. Let's be honest. They have a weak women's division right now. The division is booked well, but they don't really have any big names right now. That's why freaking Dana Brooke is in a big match. All right, they can't be complaining about anybody they get. Easy Dame is a talent that they trust to go out there and put on a good show, and I'm pretty sure she killed it. I'm sure she killed it. This notion that the WWE owes them these bigger names because TNA gave them Joe Hendry and freaking Jordan Grace. Here's the thing about Joe Hendry. Let's be honest about something here, okay? All these accounts that are tweeting about Joe Hendry did not give a fuck before the WWE interest, okay? Go look at these Twitter accounts, search Joe Hendry in their name, and see when they start tweeting about him. They didn't start tweeting about him until the WWE interest, or until Jordan Grace popped up on the show. Because once she popped up, it was possible. Oh no, oh man, this is possible. They can actually have some of the guys show up. But what if we get Joe Hendry? So the reason why Joe Hendry is now a big name online is because of WWE interest. Nobody was talking about Joe Hendry on my timeline. The first time I've ever seen Joe Hendry pop up on my timeline, like on my feed, is after the WWE partnership kicked off. Before that, nobody was talking about fucking Joe Hendry. Okay, so please miss me with the whole they sent you Joe Hendry. We did them a favor. Joe Hendry was trending because of WWE interest. He's popular now because of the WWE interest. Jordan Grace, talented. People know her. She showed up on Rumble. She showed up on NXT. Got a win. They are helping those talents. This notion that WWE owes them these big names for these TV tapings are asinine. These tapings are not live. They get spoiled on Twitter immediately. Why are you sending big names to lose with no build on a taping? These are one-offs to give Jordan Grace someone to wrestle, give her something new to do. Sure, it gives the talent here get to work with Jordan Grace, fine. Jordan Grace is a good wrestler, but beyond that, there's no benefit for WWE to send talent over there to lose immediately. I think it's asinine that folks are so taken aback and disappointed by Easy Dame's inclusion. It's crazy. Why would you send Fallon Henley? Like, why send Fallon Henley to lose? Fallon Henley is in a storyline right now. Easy Dame is not really in a story like right now. Fallon Henley is in a storyline with JC Jane and Jasmine Nix. They're talking about going after. I think they're going to pop up at Heatwave to interfere in that the North American Women's Championship match with Sol Ruca and Kalani Jordan. That's where that's going. They're going to get Kalani Jordan and Fallon Henley. Did that wrong? You'll get Fallon Henley and JC Jane going up against Kalani Jordan and Sol Ruca coming up here soon. So they're in the storyline right now. So why are you sending them to TNA? Easy Dame is available. She has a good look. She is a stronger girl. She's a bigger girl. It's a different type of challenge. It makes sense. Why are you complaining about, they're like this whole notion that TNA is being gypped off or they're being like screwed over is asinine. They're benefiting tremendously from this partnership. They don't need to send their Bianca Belair to go have a match with Jordan Grace on a taping. Sorry. That's stupid. I think Kalani Jordan and Sol Ruca is not going to end clean. Whether they have another match, I don't know. But I think this might not be the most compelling stuff, but I think they're going to go into a tag team situation where they have a match, it's good, then JC Jane and Fallon Henley come out there and interfere. The match has a wonky finish, and then you have the baby faces, Sol Ruca and Kalani Jordan, teaming up against JC Jane and Fallon Henley. Where does it go? I don't know. Do they do a rematch? I don't know. Does somebody turn heel? I don't know. But I think eventually, at first, it would be like them teaming up against the heels. I don't know if there's going to be another rematch. I don't know. It's interesting why they're doing this. Why they're doing face against face. I don't think either one of them are turning heel anytime soon. But maybe the storyline they want to tell. It's possible one of them turned, but I don't think so. I don't think they'll turn anytime soon. But I think it'll be baby faces against heels going forward after they have a good match that ends with a wonky finish. But I could be wrong about that. It's all up to, like, you know, it's all interesting. Different ways it can go. Anything else? That's kind of what I want to say about TNA. Like, I don't know why people are upset about Easy Dame. Like, I'm sure she did a great job out there. Am I watching Forbidden Door? Yes, I'm gonna watch. In fact, let's pull up the Forbidden Door card. We'll pull it up. Forbidden. We'll see season 3 of Forbidden Door. How long is this season gonna be? Because it's gonna be freaking 30 matches, so I will call it season 4. So here's the Forbidden Door card here. My goodness, this is already depressing me. Why are there so many goddamn matches? You got Chris Statlander against Momo Watanabe and Tom Nakano and Willow Nightingale. So this is going to be a pre-show match. So this is a pre-show. Of course, they have the women on the pre-show. What the fuck? Oh, okay, another 2 women's matches on the pre-show. Is that right? They're doing. So this is a nothing match. It means nothing. Willow and Chris Statlander are feuding right now, but this match is a nothing match. There's no stakes here. Just it's a one-off. They wanted to have some Stardom women on the card. They made this wonky tag team. That's it. No payoff here. Then you have Mariah May against Saray for the. So this match actually has stakes. Is on the pre-show. It's a Owen Hart tournament match. Why are they doing this Owen Hart tournament match on the card here? Why? This should be on a Dynamite. Instead of having one match on Dynamite, you should have 2. That's so stupid, but okay. It's gonna be on a pre-show. A women's match that has stakes on the pre-show. Tony Khan, folks. Tony fucking Khan. Mariah May wins this match easily because I think she's gonna win the whole entire thing. Got this trios match. I don't care. Do not care. I'm sure it's like New Japan stuff. Yeah, I don't care. I don't care about that match. You have the for the vacant. So this is kind of interesting for the vacant TNT championship. So this is the championship that Edge, aka Adam Copeland, dropped. This is kind of. I'm interested to see who wins this. Will they put it on Jack Perry? We'll put it on Takeshita. Mark Briscoe. I would watch that match. I'd watch this. This match I'd watch for sure. Yeah, that's crazy. Both those pre-show matches, 2 of the 3 are women's matches. That's crazy. Hamas Tony against Mina Shirakawa. Chin up, tits out. Sorry about that. Now I have a big problem with this match. With this match right here. Big problem with it. Problem I have with this match is it for the damn title. That's a problem. This match. Let me while I'm talking about it, let me pull up the I like Mina. Mina's cool. She's entertaining. She's awesome. This is nonsense. Okay. So this match is not really about the title, right? This match is all about the love and affection of Mariah May. That was what the match is about. As you can see from this damn poster, Mariah May's in the middle here. She's conflicted. She loves them both. Who did she choose, right? That's what the story is about. Putting the title on the line, all you're doing is making the outcome obvious. Tony Khan is not booking Toni Storm to lose the title to a Stardom talent. Therefore, Toni Storm must win. So why would you put the title on the line? The title has nothing to do with this. It's all about Mariah May. So why even do that? Now we know Toni Storm is going to win. So that's not interesting. So the compelling thing here is what happens after the match, right? What happens after the match. Once Toni Storm wins, what does Mariah May do? That's the storyline. That's the compelling component. The after the match, not during the match, after. Unless there's some kind of in-ring storytelling they do, like whatever storytelling they want to do in the ring, potentially. But ultimately, it's about Mariah May, not about the title. I put the title on the line. All you've done is made it obvious who's winning. Hello. Yeah, so yeah, it's obvious who's winning. But I like Mina Shirakawa. She's cool. I'm sorry, Mira Shirakawa. Oh, she's awesome. She's cool. But this is obvious what's happening here. The results is obvious. We can only hope that the match is compelling. The post match is compelling. That's all we can hope. Learning Tree, like, shoot me. I don't care about Chris Jericho at all. Yeah, she's the most fun part of the whole entire thing. MJF against what's his face? I'm not going to say his name because I'm probably going to butcher it. CML talent. I don't care. I don't care. Zack Sabre against Orton Cassidy. Good match. Am I invested in it? No. Would it be a good match to watch this visually? Sure. But I don't care. The IWGP title. So this is the top title in New Japan. It's on the line here. I would sincerely hope that New Japan has the brains to have him drop the belt here. I don't know why you have the top belt on Jon Moxley. I just don't really get that. I'm sorry. I get this whole Forbidden Door stuff, but your top title should be on someone signed to your damn promotion. So Jon Moxley should drop the belt. That's what I would do. But hey, it's up to them. What am I doing here? Oh, I didn't realize I was not looking at that thing anymore. Let's see. The Moxley, yeah, Moxley here. You should drop it. Mercedes Moné against Stephanie Vaquer. This is a straightforward match. Mercedes Moné wins. She has to win because they literally made this belt for her. It's her belt. It was literally created for the woman. There's not really that much compelling stuff going on really here. Especially with this match. This is a foregone conclusion. It'll be a good match in a ring, but the result is set in stone. Stephanie Vaquer will lose. And I'm sure she'll be happy to lose to Mercedes Moné. And she'll be 2 belts Mercedes. And that'll be that. New Japan is not going to resist the urge to put the belt on the person they made the belt for. So that's straightforward there. The Elite. So this isn't even a Forbidden Door match. You have the Scissor Ace. I don't care. I don't care about this. Billy Gunn to them. I don't care. It is what it is. I'm sure it'll be fun, but I don't care. Bryan Danielson against yeah. So this is another Owen Hart Cup match. Is it Forbidden Door? Technically, yes. These tournament matches should not be on the card. I'm gonna say it right now. These first round tournament matches for the Owen Hart Cup should be on Dynamite or Collision. There's already 13 fucking matches on this thing. You don't need more of them. Like, of course you have Swerve Strickland against Will Ospreay, which is not a Forbidden Door match as well. So this is what I would do. If I'm booking this thing, I would take what would I do? Goodbye, Bryan Danielson. Put that on Dynamite. Delete whatever you want to have. Delete. That's the top storyline on the show. Whatever. Put them on a card. Whatever. But I'm taking off the Bryan Danielson match. I'm taking off. Both of these matches. I'm taking off the trios. The Learning Tree for sure. Goodbye. Goodbye to the trios match. Yeah, so it would be the ladder match, the women's championship match with Toni Storm. It'd be pick one of these two. From these three, pick one. Jack Sabre or Orange Cassidy, do that because that's technically still a Forbidden Door type match. I take off. I would personally take off John Maxley and put it on a New Japan show, but whatever, you can leave it on there. Leave on Mercedes Moné. Leave on the Elite because that's the top storyline, whatever. Take off Brian Danielson and I'll leave on Ospreay. So that's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 matches. Perfect. 7 matches on the damn card. 2 of them being women matches. That's what I would do. Maybe even 6. But definitely not 13. Definitely not 10 on the main card. No way in hell. Not me. That's Forbidden Door. Am I going to watch it? Yes. Do I care? Not really. Forbidden Door is like, it lost its luster because there's nothing Forbidden Door about it. There's nothing Forbidden Door about it. Like, New Japan has been working closely with AW for a while now. New Japan, CML, they're like this. There's nothing forbidden or there's nothing special about it. It's not forbidden. It's nothing special. It's just like a regular day. It's commonplace. It's expected now. It's not special. If it was actually like a real actual like, oh my God, these people have not interacted in a long time. Now they're coming together to fight. It'd be an actual Forbidden Door feel. But they're so tied together, it doesn't feel like a special deal anymore. It's kind of like, it is what it is. Like, I'm not really invested in it. It doesn't feel special. It's just like AW plus. That's what it is. AW plus. That's what Forbidden Door is. AW plus. Yeah, the first one was the best one. It felt like a special deal. Now it just like, it feels like any other PLE. I'm sorry, pay-per-view. This is what it is. Like, I'm more excited about Ari Gold's show than I am freaking Forbidden Door. It's only really because of like 2 or 3 matches. So yeah, it's rough out here in these streets. Anything else? What's going on the timeline right now? Oh, look at that. Oh, that was yesterday. Alexa Bliss was doing a Q&A. I didn't see that Indy Hartwell was going back and forth with Jay Cargill. Go on Carl for. I didn't observe this at all. I'm my fault she couldn't qualify. Shut up, you tattletale. He's seen it. That's hilarious. All right. Tattletale. I heard that in a long time. Tattletale. Jay Cargill is a nincompoop. This feud isn't ending anytime soon. Indy Hartwell, Cancer Ray, Bianca Belair, Jay Cargill feud is still going. NXT Heatwave card. Good question. NXT Heatwave. This is look at that. 5 matches. Thank the Lord. Not 10. All right. So we got Roxanne against Lola Vice. Pretty straightforward. Roxanne wins. This match has happened before. I'm not that excited about it, probably because I thought there was going to be a I thought they were doing a storyline where Ava was actually gathering talent from outside of NXT. So when she gave me Chelsea Green, when they gave us Joan Grace, I thought the next person would still be out of NXT. So maybe like a Tegan Knox or a something like someone outside of NXT. But no, they went back to Lola Vice. And because of that, I have not really been that excited about it, but it'll be a good match. Lola Vice is a star. They'll cook. But ultimately, Roxanne will win, and that'll be that. I like her a lot. I like Lola Vice. I just wasn't that excited about this matchup with the timing. I felt like we were escalating. Like Chelsea Green, Jordan Grace, then going to the next person, right? But that never happened. So if it's not gonna be Julia, I thought maybe it would be like a somebody on the main roster that's not really getting that much attention, like a Tegan Knox, like someone like that, or maybe like a Harvey Sane, maybe someone like that she could face, because we're building toward Julia. So I figured it'd be like, no NXT talent on the way to Julia, but that's not happening. It's gonna be Lola Vice. So, but that's fine. Am I excited about that? Not really, but I like the talent. I'm a fan of both of them. Over Femi against Wesley. Am I excited about that? It'll be a good match. If Femi wins, Lee cannot challenge for the title as long as Femi is champion. Well, Femi's winning, so no more title chances for you, Wesley. That's where that's going. That'd be a good match again. Another good match. So that's good. So I have two good matches here. Am I that invested in the storyline? No, but it's two good matches. Got Kalani Jordan and Soruka. That match ended with a wonky finish. So the heels will interfere here. Daisy Jane and Brandon Hilly will have something to say there. Am I excited about that? Yes, I'm excited about that matchup because we've never seen them go toe to toe before, I don't think. So it'll be interesting to see how they book it. Will they book Soruka to be a heavy favorite there, or will it be like a balanced matchup? I don't know. Trick Williams against Javon Evans against Ethan Page against Shawn Spears. That'd be a good match. Very good match. I think the outcome is pretty straightforward. I guess if you want to take the belt off of Trick Williams, that'll be the time. Yeah, have Ethan Page pin Shawn Spears. That'll be that. But I'm looking to have Trick Williams retain, but it's possible because it's a fatal four-way that Ethan Page could win here. That's kind of compelling. That's kind of interesting. Nathan Frazier and Axiom against Chase University. I don't care. Sorry. I don't care about that match. I think Nathan Frazier and Axiom will win. I don't care. So yeah, okay card. Now some will say, Will, you're saying this because you got excited about Julia, and Julia's not showing up, so now you're poo-pooing the Heat Wave. I don't think that's it per se. I think, was I expecting her to show up here and have a match? Originally, yes. I still think it's possible that she shows up and has like a showing. Like maybe after the match she shows up. Especially if this is the main event. If Roxanne Lola Vice main events, I could see Julia showing up post-match to confront Roxanne Perez and then traveling back to Japan for the show. For her Summer Destiny show for Marigold. So I'm not holding out hope that Julia will show up. I think it's very possible. But yeah, I'm not really that hyped about any of these matches. I think it's gonna be good matches. And I think the show will over-deliver. But I'm not really like super excited about anything here. Because I've seen this before. Roxanne, Lola Vice, seen it. I know how this is gonna go. Femi wins. This is gonna have a wonky finish. I don't care about this tag team match. And then probably this is probably the most compelling match here, because they could possibly take the belt off Trick Williams if they wanted to. Yeah, but beyond that, it's not really that interesting. You don't think of main event? I could see it, honestly. I could see it. I could see them opening with the Trick Williams match. I could see it. I will say this. If it does main event, we know why. If it does main event, it's main eventing because Julia is showing up. It's the only thing that makes sense. This is going to have a wonky finish. Lonnie Soruka will have a wonky finish. Roxanne's winning. But yeah, I'm sure it will over-deliver. It's one of those things where you'll watch it and you'll say, I'm not that excited, and then it'll happen and you'll be like, oh wow, this is a great show, you know? That's probably what happened, so. She didn't main event with Jordan, sure, but Trick Williams main evented. So maybe now. But like I said, the reason why she didn't main event is because of Julia not showing up. What I'm saying is, if Julia is showing up, if she's showing up, I think this match can main event. If it does main event, it'll be because Julia will be there. Is what I'm saying. If Julia does not show up to confront Roxanne, then it probably won't main event. What I'm saying is, if it does main event, it'll be because they have Julia prepared to show up there. Does that make sense? It won't main event unless Julia is there. That's what I'm saying. But yeah, this will be like a decent show for sure. Good matches, good wrestlers, talented professionals here. Does it have like a? This is the Money in the Bank weekend. There needs to be some type of like pizzazz, some type of splash here. Julia would be that. Julia would be a splash. We'll see if we get it. Because right now everything else seems kind of like, fatal 4-way. Maybe they take the belt off of Trick Williams, sure. Tag match, yeah. Soruka, Clowney Jordan, wonky finish, interference. Obafemi retains, then Soruka, and then Roxanne Perez, Lola Vice, So it needs to be something else going on. Some type of extra oomph, But we'll see. Because this will be the last match of the last show of the card of this weekend. The last show of this great weekend. We have SmackDown in Canada. You have Money in the Bank in Canada, and you have Heatwave. So do they end it with a bang? I'll talk about having Julia be able to show up for Heatwave. Is it to confront Roxanne and not necessarily have a match? I'll be curious to see that. Speaking of Marigold and Julia, if you didn't know, I have caught up on everything Marigold. How did I do that? I watched all the shows and all the matches. I had to ignore Netflix and things like that. So no Netflix, no Disney Plus. So I'm behind on all my shows in order to catch up to this because I wanted to really watch it. It was a good opportunity to follow a promotion from the very beginning. I'm already complaining about stuff because now that I know what's going on here. So let me complain about something so you can see how well I am now adapted to Marigold, okay? So Rossi is right now, the big show is in July 13th. Let me pull up this poster that is put up here on Twitter. Yeah, the big show in Japan. Where is it? Here's the poster. Here's the second poster here. Very lovely. Got Otami Hayashishita and Io at the top of it here. The first poster had Julia and Sari, so this is not the main event, but it's a good secondary poster here. So the big show on July 13th, Summer Destiny, all right? And right now, there is a tournament for the white belt. The white belt, the secondary belt, the B belt of the promotion, like a United States belt or a intercontinental belt, not the top belt, but the B belt for the promotion. It's a four woman tournament. Mozilla already won her match. The woman here in the middle, the big freaking monster heel here, she's in the tournament. She already won hers. Oh, thanks for the subscription, man. Mozilla already won her match, right? The other match is between two very good wrestlers, Mirai and Miku Ono. So they've been going back and forth now. So the first match happened. The first match for the tournament happened weeks ago. It was to determine who's going to face Mozilla. The match ended in a draw. Because in Joshi Wrestling, for some reason, draws are very popular over there. So a 20-minute match ended in a draw. So we can't decide a winner. We need to have another match. There was a second match. What happened? Ended in a draw. So I had to go to the third match. This match here, it happened yesterday. It was the third match. Now this match was billed as the match to end it all. The final chapter. Was it the final chapter? No. This shit ended in a draw again. My question is, Rossi Ogawa, what the fuck are you doing? Why are we having 3 draws? Like, what's happening here? Like, what's going on here? It's unnecessary. They're dragging it out. This match should have been over by now. I thought the first draw, okay, I'll get it. It's a draw. I don't really love it, but I get it. Building up the match, building up the tension here, fine. Second draw, interesting, but okay, I'll go with it. We'll have the finale. You know, it won't be like, it's not like, it's kind of equivalent to she wins, and the other person wins, and we have the final match. So the final match, fine. 3 matches to get to it. At least it'll be over by the 3rd match, right? No, another fucking draw. So now I'm upset. You're wasting my time, Rossi, okay? You don't need to be doing this. It's unnecessary. What's the benefit of having 3 draws? So now, am I supposed to expect it'll be over next time? The 4th time the charm? Will it be over by the next match? Why would I believe that? If anything, I'm now less likely to tune into the next match. See, I've been wanting to get into this stuff. So I've been wanting to catch up with the storylines and the talent and learn how they wrestle and all that stuff. I'm caught up. So I know these women. I'm familiar with Mirai, who is my favorite wrestler in the promotion now. She's my favorite, the girl on the left here. I'm familiar with Miku Ano. I know how she wrestles. I know her game. I know her style. I don't have to watch this stuff now. I can be very picky and choosy on what I want to watch. Instead of wasting my goddamn time with these draws, I'm not gonna be in any rush to go see this match, okay? Or the next match. Oh no, not this match. I don't need to see it. I've seen this already. Like, this match is not gone live on Wrestle Universe yet. But why would I be so quick to go watch it? I know how it ends. It's gonna be a good match, and then it ends in a draw. I've seen it twice already. So why would I care to go watch this now? Stop doing it. This might be the last one. Okay, no more draws. I don't even think the winner is gonna beat. So Bozilla is a monster. She's built like a big heel monster who like destroys everybody. She's undefeated in singles. I'm not convinced she's gonna lose to either one of these ladies. So why are you doing all this just for them to lose to Bozilla? I mean, let me see if I can find I don't know why you're doing this. Like, let me go pull up Bozilla real quick. Where is this monster of a woman? I know I just uploaded a picture not too long ago. Here it is. So Bozilla is in the finals. And I'm not sure they're going to win regardless of like who wins that match. I'm not sure they're going to beat this woman. I don't, because the way she's booked as the monster heel who doesn't lose. So the second she loses, she's going to lose some of that luster, some of that prestige. So you're probably better off having her win the white belt, even though she's a freelancer. So she's not actually signed to the promotion. She's a freelancer similar to Sari. But if you're going to put the belt on a freelancer, the white belt is the one to do it because the white belt is a secondary belt. The red belt is the top belt. So I could see them putting the white belt on her. But if you're going to have this long ass, I almost think you have to have the winner of the other match win. Because what's the point? You're having Mirai and Miku have this long ass drawn out feud where there's draw after draw after draw after draw. Well, if that's the case, then maybe they should win. Because if that's the case, what are we doing here? If you have them win all those, like do all these damn draws just for them to come and lose to Bozilla, then what's the point? But at first I thought Bozilla was going to win. But now I'm not sure anymore. Now I think the winner of that match, whenever it freaking ends, like, it doesn't make any sense in kayfabe. You have a situation where 2 women are having matches where there's no result. It's draw after draw after draw after draw. Why in the hell would you then, as the booker in kayfabe, book another time restriction? 20-minute time limit. Why? They keep ending in a draw. Wouldn't it make sense to say, okay, next match, no restrictions, go on forever? Why would you keep doing 20-minute time limits? It makes no sense. Even in kayfabe, it makes no sense. This is stupid booking all around. And I'm not gonna be rushing to go watch that match. I'm sorry. I like those two very talented wrestlers. I like Mirai. Like I said, she's my favorite wrestler right now in Marigold. I'm not watching that match anytime soon. Because it's a draw. Like, I know how it works. Good match, hard-hitting, draw. I don't need to see it again. Fucking hell. Like, what's happening here? So I'm already complaining. So it shows you how, like, invested I am now with this damn promotion. It's annoying. But yeah, it's a lot of stuff to talk about with Marigold. It's interesting to watch a promotion from the very beginning and follow it. It's kind of weird a little bit, but very cool to follow what's going on here. All right, I could talk about Mario Gold for another hour if I wanted to, but I'm not gonna do that because most people are watching it right now. So, as you have a specific question, I'll talk about that if you want to. But yeah, crazy stuff. Right now, like I said before, I think the Ember Control should go with Io Sky. I think they all travel with her. That'd be cool. I think Io is winning for sure. I think she's beating Utami because why the hell would you book her to lose? Rossi loves Io Sky. He loves her. And her success is his success. He's talked about how he raised her. He brought her up in the business. So whatever she does beyond Japan, all her successes in his eyes is his success. So we want to keep Io Sky's prestige. You want her to be a big deal. You don't bring her in to then lose. You bring her in to beat Utami. Utami says, "Oh, I'll get stronger and I'll face you one day," right? That's what she'll say. Then you can use Io Sky later. She's an attraction you can bring in later on. If you bring her in and she loses, then then it's over. There's no attraction there. She lost. So he's going to keep Io Sky strong. Io Sky's going to beat Utami. Utami will do it with a big fat smile on her face because she loves Io Sky. She admires her. The reason why she wrestles is because of Io Sky. She went to Stardom because of Io Sky. So she's wrestling her idol. So she'd be happy to lose to Io. And then you bring Io back next year again and again and again until she finally wins or something like that. Whatever. But it's no doubt in my mind that Io Sky is going to retain. Or not retain. She's going to win. Because it'd be dumb to have her lose to Utami right now. You can use her over and over again later on for bigger shows. So don't have her lose. You have her win. Bring her back next year. Now the top title for Mario Gold is the one that Julia is going to be wrestling for against Sari for the red belt. So very quickly, I'll talk about what's going on that end. Julia, who we all know is going to WWE, she signed with WWE. She's wrestled her first match with Mario Gold against Sari and Bozilla, actually, and she got injured. And the storyline here, the top storyline in the promotion, is Julia is injured. Sari is going through the whole entire tournament, not tournament, but going through the whole promotion, winning, beating everybody. She's undefeated. She can't lose. She's talking about taking over the company and being the ace. Ace being the top wrestler of the company. I'm the ace of the company. I'm a freelancer. I'm taking over, and there's nothing you guys can do to stop it. So she's beating everybody. She beats Mai Sakurai. She beats Victoria Yuzuki. She keeps beating everyone. Julia's on commentary, watching her beat everybody. She's sitting there. She can't do anything because she's injured. So every time the match ends, where she beats somebody, she picks up the mic. And she says, "Hey, Julia, why are you in commentary?" It's kind of funny, actually. It's like she's talking shit. Like, you're on commentary. You should be in the ring. What's going on? Like, are you going to be ready for our match? So they have a big match on July 13th for the red belt. And Julia is kind of injured right now. And she's kind of like getting herself back into the saddle. She's kind of get ready to get that match. Because right now she has a wrist injury. So we're pretty sure that she'll be ready for that match. But we don't know how they're going to book it. Will they book it so that she's hampered with an injury? Or they book it that she's like completely healed and she's going full throttle against Sari? Ultimately, Sari is going to lose. Again, you can't have the first champion of your promotion be a freelancer. Julia will beat her. And because Julia was pinned by Sari in the first ever show, in the first ever main event, it's kind of dumb to have Julia lose twice in a row. So Julia will ultimately beat Sari in that match. She'll be the champion, and she'll be dubbed the face of the company with the red belt. And the question is, when did she go back to WWE? Well, when did she debut? She'll be the red belt holder. She'll be the face of Mario Gold. Will she come to NXT with that belt? Will she beat Roxanne Perez while holding that belt? Will she beat two belts, Julia? Will she hold the NXT belt on one shoulder and the Mario Gold belt on the other shoulder? I don't know. It's interesting to know when she's going to come full time to WWE, or is she going to be split time? We don't know. All I know is this: Julia will win that red belt. Will she be champion when she takes the belt off of Roxanne? Will she be two belts champion, like two belts, Julia? I don't know. That'd be interesting to see what they do there. But she will be the champion for sure. Of the Mario Gold belt. She'll hold that for sure. I'm just curious to know when she's going to come to NXT. And is she going to come with that belt? That'd be pretty awesome. It'd be very dumb for her to come to NXT without holding that belt. She'd be holding that belt. She'd be champion against champion. Mario Gold champion, NXT champion. That's what they should do. Whether that happens, I don't know. So that is my Mario Gold wrap up. I won't talk about it any further unless you have questions about it. That was really nice about that. What Cody Rhodes did for Kayla Braxton. That was cool. Brought her out there gave her a hug on SmackDown. So that's nice. Good guy, Cody. That's all I got, I think. Let me go through my timeline to see if anything else I want to talk about. Margot, Chelsea Green, no. Tiffany, no. Don't want to talk about this? Nah. Mercedes Moné is talking a lot of stuff about AEW. And her freedom, her creative control. Interesting stuff here. Tony Khan is lost. He's lost. What else we got here? This is a woman that's probably the face of the company of Margot once Julia leaves. That's how they're positioning her right now. Koki Amore. What else we got? Talked about Paul Heyman. Do you think Julia will be in the 2K25 game? Is that the one that's coming out now? Or is that the one that's already out? If it's a new game, maybe. Right. I guess we talked about it a little bit. As far as 2K, I don't think so. I don't think she'll be in that game. I don't think so. So, good old Mercedes Moné went on TMZ and everywhere else. She's been everywhere, right? Talking about her booking and how Tony Khan is letting her have all the freedom in the world to she's on a press tour. Next year, it's possible, but I'll say yes. Next year, yes. I'll say yes. Because she's on the roster. She's a talent. She's signed, so why not? This man here, and Mercedes Moné, have been doing the rounds, and she says that she has creative control. And she could be overstating it, but I don't think so. I think this is a mistake by Tony Khan. Tony Khan is not the smartest guy in the world, apparently. So the wrestlers can call their shots. They can deny creative. They can shut down creative. They don't have to do anything they don't want to do. Like even Ricky Starks right now, he's been given pitches. He's been turning them down. So the talent has the ability to turn down ideas, which is why the creative is all over the place. You can't really hold the talent to anything because they have so much power. We know Mercedes Moné has power because he's paying her so goddamn much. He wants to keep her happy. So yeah, she has the power to do what she kind of wants. I think with the creative, at least that's what she's saying. She said her and Tony Khan are a great combo. What the hell does that mean? A great combo. The ratings are going down, folks. They're going to keep going down for a couple reasons. Mainly because the WWE is hot. That's the main reason. That's their biggest problem. The WWE was trash. They have higher ratings. The problem is WWE is hot. They can't control that, right? But they can control their own creative and their own storytelling. And all this Forbidden Door nonsense is it's confusing. The average Joe cannot get into AW. All this CMLL talk and this New Japan's talk and this Stardom talk, and you got all these different promotions coming in and out. How can you get a handle on what's happening here? It's very much a sicko company. Like Tony Khan said, he booked for the sickos. It makes sense. The sickos watch the show, but the general audience are not tuning in because a sicko is booking for the sickos, and that's unfortunate. Mercedes Moné, her booking has not been the best. And now she's saying that she's controlling it, and that doesn't look good for her. It's just really bad. I don't know what's happening with AEW going forward. The ratings will continue to go down. I believe recently it was at 680. Okay, so the new normal is lower now. It's sub 700. It's going to keep going down, and down and down and down. So yeah, that's my thoughts on Tony Khan and Mercedes Moné talking about how she has creative control. Not good. Not good. Anything else? We'll wrap it up. Oh, here's something I didn't see. According to Fightful, SmackDown was unwatchable at some points. You watched SmackDown last night, it was unwatchable. According to Fightful, WWE angry at SmackDown censorship. I was angry with them. I know I was mad. It was terrible. So much cutting to black, so much muting. It was unwatchable at some points. WWE were angry with censorship affecting their presentation, meaning describing it as awful or as an insult to their work. The source is hopeful to move the USA, understanding censorship, fuck the Pacers. But every segment made it look like WWE's product. Yeah, it was bad. It was really bad. The blackouts and the muting, it was terrible. It was like so bad. Like the presentation, it was really bad. Like, go back and watch SmackDown on Fox. Blackout, mute. It was terrible. Really bad. I'm glad they're mad because I was mad watching it. I can't wait till it's off Fox. I cannot wait. Some kid was giving Nia Jax to Bird and they blocked it out. I don't got time for this nonsense, man. Just get off Fox, please. Terrible. But beyond that, I don't really see. And that's it. Oh boy, what a long stream. Long for me, at least. All right, Jax. I'm like reading stuff about. Okay. There's nothing here worth talking about, I don't think. Thank you guys for joining this stream. I think that's it. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Subscribe to the channel. What are you guys going to watch this weekend? We have Collision, I think, tonight. Who cares, though? We have Forbidden Door this weekend. Great. Then the following week, we have the big weekend from WWE. SmackDown is in Canada. Money in the Bank is in Canada, and Heatwave. So we have the Money in the Bank, which will then set the stage for the rest of the year. Money in the Bank, who wins, who doesn't win. Good stuff to look forward to. I will talk to you guys later. Make sure to subscribe, like the video, and catch you on the flip side.